Hello guys and welcome back again. I know we made 3 videos. This is the third video of the day, and I cannot close the day without making the episode number 4. 4 or 3? I think 4, yes, 4. I will in line 4, then yes, correct. This is episode number 4. Well, anyway, this is the turning a crappy boring engine. It's not crappy, it's a good engine, good reliable daily driving engine, to a tuner dream engine. Right, so we have, okay, I'm gonna make today a V6 engine. Let's say if you have a V6 engine, I don't know, in a small utility vehicle or let's say a sedan, because cool 60 degrees like this one always found as transively mounted in in sedans these days, in modern sedans. So right, so let's start with it. I'm gonna make it a aluminium with, let's say, 3.5 liter maybe. Yeah, 3.5 is a good size for a sedan. Right, I always prefer the bore to be bigger, so we can rev this engine. Right, like that. So 90.8 and 90.1 millimeter stroke, which equals 3501 cc engine, which is perfect. Right. Most of these engines comes with an overhead camshaft, like this one, for example. Yes, they always look like this in the cars. I mean, sometimes they come with the dual overhead camshaft, but mostly in high flow or in a sporty V6s. But no, I'm not going from a sporty V6. I'm gonna make a boring, daily driving, reliable V6. So overhead cam with 4 valves per cylinder, aluminum cylinder heads, VVL of course. Let's say crank, cast iron, cast. The usual. +3. This is a naturally aspirated, of course. So I'm gonna make it 10.1 to 1 or 10.5 to 1. Yes, because most modern engine are, has high compression ratios, unlike the olden days, which they will be 9.5 or even 8.5. Cam profile always small, and the VVL profile is, let's say, 45. VVT plus what did we put here? +3, so plus here 3 again. Naturally aspirated. Injection with direct injection, single, standard, the basic stuff. 91 octane fuel, 13.7. And let's take it to 50 as a start. 6000 and +3 again. Short cast, dual, or single actually. That's what these cars always designed. 3-way, reverse flow, straight through, +3 again. So straightforward. You can see this engine is making 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque, which is, a healthy figure for a daily driving engine. Let's smooth it a little bit with some ignition timing, and let's see here. Let's see, 20, right, like that. Okay. All right. So yes, 200 horsepower and 239 pound-feet of torque for a 91 octane engine, which only, yes, let's say it will, no, leave it on 6000. Yes, 6000 RPM. Let's put the correct exhaust size. Right, this one, 3.5 inches. No, I prefer dual and the smaller size. Yes, like that. I prefer dual. Right, so this engine is making 228 horsepower, 234 pound-feet of torque, which is really healthy for a daily driving engine. And also the reliability is good. I mean, +3 everything, 83.2. Awesome. And it has a good economy. It's somehow smooth, and it has a good throttle response. The emissions are low. It's good. Let's hear it. Let's hear this eco daily driving engine. Also sound stock. So as you all have seen and heard, this engine really makes good power for a 3.5 liter stock V6, and it's reliable, it's good, it will live with you, and it will serve you well until finally you have decided to sell the car to a tuner. Of course, any tuner will buy this V6, and if he drive it for a week or a day, actually he will be sick and he will throw up, actually, because 228 horsepower, really, he will just laugh in your face and maybe he will smack your head because it's not enough. So the first thing he will do, or any tuner will do, which is change the exhaust system, because the stock exhaust system, as we all know, even if it was even if it has a good airflow, it will be still crappy because it uses a short cast header, low airflow. You know the deal with every stock exhaust system. So the first thing is buy an aftermarket exhaust kit for this engine, which include a tubular headers with a bigger size exhaust system and a higher flow cat, and a high airflow straight through mufflers, and of course they will be higher quality, but as you can see, wire really. So yes, they will be like this. Awesome. As you can see, we have picked up good power for an aftermarket one, and we are now saving the planet more because a better catalytic converter, and yes, we are burning less fuel than before. So let's hear the new exhaust system. As you have heard, the exhaust note is now better than before, and better in everything, because now the engine is running smoother, and the air goes out quickly, and better power and better torque. So the next thing is always to tune this engine. So how much room do we have? We have a good amount of room in the octane section if we want to keep using 91. So increasing the ignition timing a little bit. A little bit, I think, yes. 240, like this one. Now that is the optimum ignition timing for this kind of setup so far. Maybe increase the fuel a little bit. As you can see, 241 is a good, right, like that. Alright, so now we have a better tune. I know we are burning more fuel, but 241 horsepower and 239 pound-feet of torque. Now we have to, of course, the tuner will see how much RPM can take, and they will increase it at least even to 6,200, 6,300 is better now. Alright, let's hear the engine after the successful tune. as you have heard, the engine is running a lot better than before. You know, these are simple stuff anyone can do. Even if you are not a tuner, you can do these. I mean, an aftermarket exhaust kit, a tune, maybe change the air intake, which we'll do right now, will really make a significant amount of power, more than the stock. Right, so let's start with, let's see, a tuner now. You save money and you want to buy a better intake system, so you went online and you have searched for a single throttle body, but with a better one. So you bought the performance version of it, which has a longer intake runners, and a better airbox, and a better throttle body, and a better intake manifold in every way, with better injectors. Right, so let's see. Of course, they will be higher quality than the stock ones. Now we have more room, so you can cram more ignition timing inside. Yes, like that. Now let's hear the new intake system. Alright, the engine now sounds more powerful because of the low restriction sporty air intake. Now the next step is, of course, to change the camshafts. Or let's say if the tuner is not happy about the intake, let's keep playing with the intake a little bit. So we switch to a 95 octane and to a twin. Actually, not that difference. Okay, I know we have lost power here, but don't worry, but we gained a lot of throttle response, and now at least we can push the ignition timing up. Where the hell are we using power? Alright, so 250 horsepower. Alright, 250 horsepower, and we can increase the RPM to 6500. Now we can hear this engine. As you can see, now we are using a throttle per cylinder configuration with a performance air intake system. Wow, look at that, baby. I like that actually. Now let's hear the new intake system. Of course, it will be a most expensive one, so let's say plus 10. Wow, let's hear this new intake. Right, so the engine is running better in every way, but as you can see here, the VVL profile is now crappy. So the next step is to change the camshafts. So let's see, is a bigger camshaft a better solution or a crappier solution? So far it's better. Alright, up to here is better, and the VVL profile should go a lot higher. No one cares about fuel economy now, because you can just blow it high. Right? No. Right, so bigger camshafts, which it will start here, and yes, I mean, I want the curve to be super sleek. Alright. Should we eliminate VVL? Let's see what happens if we eliminate VVL. Yes, now that is a better curve if we eliminate VVL. The curve now is a lot slicker than before, which is really better. But let's see if I switched back. Right. Right, we gain more torque. Alright, like this one. I like this curve. Even if the fuel economy is crap, I don't care. But now the curve is better and we have more torque. But I want the torque to start at the lowest RPM, so let's see. No. Yes, I prefer it that way. Yes, like that. Torque will start like that, and yeah, I prefer it like that. Yes, 55 and 85. Of course, they will be better because they are, aftermarket ones. Right. Alright, now that's better. Alright, now let's hear the new camshafts. Wow, that's different. Alright, so the engine sound better, and look at the power, 328 horsepower, my friend. Wow, we have started with only 220 to 30 and now we are running at 300. Wow, that's a lot better. So the next step is, of course, put a fabricator or a custom headers and a bigger exhaust system. Now we should keep the mufflers and plus 10 quality because this is a custom one. 351 horsepower, my friend, with the same internals. Let's hear them. Wow, that's better. That's better in every way so far. So what do you think the next step is? Should we keep it NA or turbocharge it? Let's turbocharge it. But before we turbocharge it, let's put the custom fabricated racing header, and see how much we can fly. Right, plus 15 quality. All right. right, where we are running on 88 octane. So to be more careful, I'm gonna use 100 octane and put a custom twin turbo setup on this babe over here. 10 psi of boost is enough. Alright, let's play with the sizes here. Wow, nearly 500 horsepower. Wow, now that is just amazing. Right, we have cracked the 500 horsepower range and plus 10 quality. Right, now we are running on 100 octane fuel. Let's cram more fuel in. Let's pull some ignition because I want to run on 98, as 98 is available every day. So we have moved from 230 horsepower to 513. Wow, let's hear that. So the next step is to make the exhaust bigger a little bit, but we have to pull some ignition out of the engine. And right, okay, now that's better. 534 horsepower. Now the next step is of course to pull the engine apart and change the internals. Remember, 534 horsepower and 413 pound-feet on the same stock internals. Wow. Now let's pull the engine apart and change the internals of it. So let's go to a billet steel, titanium lightweight forged, and lightweight forged here. Plus 15 quality. Wow. Now next step is, of course, we have to bump the compression ratio. Even 1 point is enough, and better camshafts of course. But the most amazing step now is we can bump the RPM. Alright, up to 9,000, and then let's start playing with the turbo again. Since the engine can rev higher now, so we can make the turbo also rev higher. Right, 633 horsepower. Put more fuel in. Alright. Everything is running smoothly so far. Alright, 60, which is a bit more smoother. And let's see how much. Let's put more boost in. Alright, before we hear, let's change the injectors for better ones, and the turbo we have changed it to a better one. So now we can play with the ignition timing a little bit. Yes, a little bit more fuel in. Everything is the best quality. Let's hear the engine now. Wow, all this from a single overhead cam. Wow, that's just amazing. I mean, of course, the next step you can do here is to change the cylinder heads. And of course, if you are changing cylinder heads, you can use dual overhead camshafts, and basically the engine will knock because yes, look at that, 707 horsepower. So basically now you have a Hellcat V6. Wow, it's reliable, it's, you know, it has a good economy for a turbocharged monster with 700 horsepower, and yes, it's a bit smooth, it's responsive, is awesome. Yeah, so yes, but no, if you are changing to a dual overhead camshaft, just put the 5 valves per cylinder, and you will thank me later, because yes, you can see here why. 736 horsepower, my friend, that's the life. 752 horsepower. Let's put some boost in, and no, I don't want to ruin the curve, so yes. Alright, more fuel in. $802 horsepower, my friend. Now that is a V6. Wow, let's hear it. I want to hear it. Yeah. So, as you see, guys, I mean, this is a V6 with a twin turbochargers that produce more power than the Hellcat V8. It's lighter than the Hellcat V8, and it's more reliable actually. Maybe I don't know what's the economy on the Hellcat V8, but I don't know if this one is better or not. The only problem with this engine is it's running on 98 octane. I think the Hellcat can run on 95 octane, because where I live I saw many Hellcats, and all of them are just filling up the pump station with 95 octane. Right, so, and as I know, yes, this engine is lighter, so you can stick this engine in your car, in your sedan, or in your daily driving family car, I know you will be spending a fortune to make this engine because it has many expensive parts in it. You know, the best turbos on the market, the best internals, and the best intake system with the injectors and everything. You know, everything is the best. And you know, if you want the best things, you have to pay more for them. So yes, your choice, guys. Tell me in the comment section, would you prefer a twin turbo V6 car with 802 horsepower, or do you prefer the Hellcat V8 which has 707 horsepower only? I mean, personally, I love V8. I love the V8 sound, the rumble, and the torque, and everything. But you know, 802 horsepower from a V6. I mean, I know we have all seen videos on YouTube of crazy guys doing even more than that. I mean, 800 horsepower is really nothing. We all saw these Nissan GTRs with 1300 horsepower, 1500 horsepower, even 2000 and even more. But you know, for a daily driving, 97 point of reliability with an 800 horsepower. I mean, that's something really amazing. So tell me in the comment section, guys, which do you prefer? Boring 2 tuner, 800 horsepower, V6, and let's go right here, fully on. Right, I hope really guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button, and if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and support the channel by pressing the subscribe button, and you know, request more cool videos like this one. You know, this is not a requested video, this is serious. This is the turning a boring crappy not a crappy, turning a boring engine to a tuner dream engine. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. I will see you in another video later. Wish me luck, guys, and I will see you later, and bye bye.